And this is Parashas Vayechi. Yaakov Avinu gathers the Shvatim together in order to tell them the final bracha before he passes away. The pasuk tells us that when Yaakov Avinu addressed Levi, he said the following words: "B'ka'olam al techad kvoidi," that in the congregation I do not want my honor to rest. The Yaakov Avinu did not want his name associated with the Shevet of Levi. In what aspect? So Rashi tells us that Yaakov Avinu saw in the future there would be a rebellion of Korach. That Korach would rebel against Moshe Rabbeinu, and Yaakov Avinu did not want his name associated with the rebellion. And the truth is, this was fulfilled, as the pasuk tells us when it describes the lineage of Korach. It says Korach ben Yitzhar ben Kahas ben Levi, and it stops. It never mentions Yaakov Avinu, and therefore Yaakov Avinu's tefillah was fulfilled. Now there's an obvious question, which is this is the last conversation Yaakov has with Levi. And Yaakov Avinu is seeing in the future that there's going to be a terrible rebellion that's going to tear apart Klal Yisrael. And all he's worried about is that his name should not be associated. All he's trying to do is wash his hands clean of the rebellion. No advice how to fix it, no advice how to avoid it. It's a very strange thing. This is a beautiful teaching of Chedush Harim. The Chedush Harim says that Yaakov Avinu's tefillah was not a selfish tefillah, God forbid, but rather, every Jew has a relationship with Hashem. Every Jew has a relationship with Hashem based on what you've done. That when you perform mitzvahs and you learn Torah, that relationship is fortified. And God forbid, when a Jew does Averis Le'aleinu, that relationship is affected negatively. But says the Chedush Harim, there's a second relationship that every Jew has, a much deeper relationship. A love that Hashem has for every Jew, not based on what you've done, but who you are. That if a Jew is a child of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, if a Jew is a member of Klal Yisrael, then all of a sudden, there's an unbreakable bond between him and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That part of the neshama, that part of the soul that binds us with Hashem, not based on what we've done, but who we are, that part of the neshama, says Chedush Harim, is called Yaakov. Yaakov Avinu was davening not to disassociate himself from the rebellion and not to wash his hands clean of the rebellion, but rather, Yaakov Avinu was davening that even the great sin of Korach will not touch that part of the soul called Yaakov. B'ka'olam al techad kvoidi, that my name is not associated with the rebellion of Korach, meaning that even the great sin of Korach will not erode and will not destroy that foundation of the neshama called Yaakov. That even after that great sin, that love that Hashem has for every Jew, based on who he or she is, based on the fact that they were born a Jew or joined the Jewish people through Geirus, all of a sudden that relationship is pristine and perfect. That even the great sin of Korach is not eroding and is not affecting that part of the neshama called Yaakov. And his tefillah was accepted. And a Jew has to remember this, that no matter what a person has done, even if a person has tried his relationship with Hashem, there is an aspect, there's a foundational point called Yaakov Avinu. There's a part of the neshama that is untouched, that is unbreakable. And once a person knows this, then it's easy to rebuild because the foundation is already there. We should all remember this. We should work on this foundation and reveal every time a Jew does a mitzvah or says a pasuk of Tehillim, all you're doing is revealing this foundation that's already there. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should allow us to see this. We should remember this part of a neshama called Yaakov, that even the great sin of Korach, B'ka'olam al techad kvoidi, did not erode and did not touch. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should allow us to know this, and the whole world should see this part of a neshama should come out. Meher b'yameinu, amen.